I'm Sasha Sweatgland Jones, and this is my co-host, Faith Follicle Smith.
Hello everyone, we have a very exciting tour for y'all today, so strap on your seatbelts and enjoy the ride. We will have our off-scene reporter coming to you live from the Integumentary System.
Hello, this is Nellie Nail Walker coming to you live.
So, before we continue to the tour, let's fill you in on a little bit of background about this destination.
The Integumentary System is very interesting. It protects our bodies from the outside world. It makes us waterproof. It protects all of our muscles, organs, and bones from bacteria, sharp objects, and such. It helps our body maintain homeostasis, or a steady body temperature, so the temperature is not too hot, not too cold, just perfect.
The skin provides a site for nerve endings so us humans are able to feel things all over our body. It gives us a sense of touch, so the site for absorption. The skin absorbs all these things like air, water, chemicals, and all kinds of neat stuff.
The main components that make up the system that we will be traveling to today are the skin, which consists of the dermis and epidermis, along with the hair and the nails. There are some side trips throughout the skin, like the various glands and hair follicles.
To start off our tour of the Integumentary System, Nellie will take us to the top trendy spots.
There are 3 awesome vacation spots here on the integument. First is the skin. It's made up of 2 layers called the dermis and epidermis. The dermis has 2 layers called the reticular and papillary layers. They are the connective tissue underneath the epidermis, and it contains the nerve endings, sensory receptors, capillaries, and elastic fibers of the skin. The dermis provides the required amount of nourishment to the epidermis. The epidermis, on the other hand, is formed of 4 different types of epithelial cells. There is a basic cell type called keratinocyte, and it contains keratin, which is a fibrous protein. It has basal cells, which are the innermost layer of the epidermis. And one last part of the epidermis are melanocytes, which produce the pigment melanin, which is also in the inner layer.
It's filled with many exciting activities for all age groups. One of my favorite activities is walking through the hair follicle jungle. The follicles are lined with cells that synthesize the proteins that form hair, and that is how the hair trees grow in the jungle. This gland, called the sebaceous gland, is associated with each follicle in the jungle, and it gives each hair tree their oily coat and makes it shine. Watch out for the white-tip mountains though. They're formed when the sebaceous gland gets clogged, and the mountain will pop if you step on it too hard.
My favorite activities are exploring the sweat gland tide pools. They are really cool. They open to the surface through the skin pores, and there are big pools and small pools, perfect for varied size groups. If you're traveling alone, you might want to visit the Esserine glands, which are linked to the sympathetic nervous system and occur all over the body, so they're very accessible. Or if you're traveling with a group and are up for some adventure, you can make your way to the Aporocine gland tide pools, located in the armpit and groin.
I suggest that you come prepared though, because the tide pools are awfully smelly. You see, they produce a solution that bacteria act upon to produce body odor. But they don't only produce that smell, they also help with regulating temperature. When heat is imported to the integumentary system, the skin needs to quickly export its waste and moisture to cool you off. Therefore, this system relies mainly on its exports to keep our temperature regulated. It is important that our bodies perform this trade so we don't overheat and clog our pores with junk. Our skin needs to breathe!
The integumentary system receives new arrivals of skin every month to replace the old skin ready to be exported. Our skin is very unique from any other creatures. It arose from moist, soft skin that was permeable to oxygen and water of ancient vertebrates. It soon evolved to the skin cells that we have today that allow us to absorb and release things from our skin to regulate our temperature and protect us from the outside world.
How interesting! What are some other spots for our viewers to visit?
The hair and nails are some good side trips on our walk through this system. The hair shaft extends above the skin surface, and hair root extends from the surface to the base or hair bulb. Everything else is up to genetics. The genetics control several features like baldness, color, and texture. It's very cool how the hair in the integumentary system relate to genetics. The skin color also has to do with genetics, and they determine if the skin is going to freckle, tan, or
Moving on to the nails. Nails consist of highly keratinized, modified epidermal cells. The nail arises from a nail bed, which is thickened to form a lunula, which can also be called the little moon. The cells forming the nail bed are linked together to form the nail.
Hair and nails are related to the integumentary system because they are made up of different types of skin cells, although they don't appear to be. While we have already described many of the different parts of the integumentary system, we haven't yet mentioned how they function as the whole. The skin acts as a barrier against outside influences. It must remain strong and fortified against the elements, so each month new skin sheds and reveals a new layer, which is a stronger one. The hair on our body grows to create an initial barrier against particles in the outside. The hair is also there to warm our body when the environment gets cold. Our hair continues to grow so that it will effectively warm and protect our bodies. When our bodies get cold, our pores close and rise to create goosebumps to prevent our body from getting any colder. When our body gets too warm, our sweat glands open and eliminate waste and moisture from our body to cool us down. This is essential for our health because we rely on our skin to regulate our body temperature.
Everything that makes up the integumentary system can also be linked to other body systems as well. For instance, the nervous system. All of the nerve endings meet at the skin so that we may feel everything on our body's surface. When anything interacts with that nerve ending under the skin, it will send a message to our brain that makes us sense the interaction on our skin. The nervous system gives us the sense of touch we feel on our skin. Another system related to the integumentary system is the immune system. The immune system and the integumentary system are generally the same in nature. They both have the same goal, and that is to protect our body. However, our integument protects our body externally, and the immune system protects our body internally. They're both helpful when trying to battle the bacteria that our bodies encounter around us.
While being here on site, I have noticed some dangerous areas that should be avoided while vacationing here. While outside, this skin has become hot and exposed. As a result, I am now standing on a plane of boiling red skin cells. The skin has been damaged by the sun, and now all the blood beneath the surface is rushing to the top in order to fight the burn and heal the skin. I've also come across a large patch of dry, flaky red skin. Do any of y'all back at the studio know what this could be?
I think that might be psoriasis, Nellie. That happens when the skin cells grow too quickly and it results in large patches of flaky red skin, just like you described. Experts believe that psoriasis occurs when the immune system overreacts, causing inflammation and flaking of skin. It is very uncomfortable and embarrassing for the person who has it because it appears randomly on the skin. I would avoid stepping on it though, it might rub off on you. It can normally be treated with medicine or special cream, which is very nice.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Travel Channel. We hope you enjoyed our special on the integumentary system and learned lots of fun facts. Keep learning, kids!
Receptors, capillaries, and elastic fibers of the skin. The dermis provides
which are linked to the sympathetic nervous system and occur.
are the melanocytes.
The immune system and the integument.
The genetics control several features. Okay, I'll start that.